Hey everyone, welcome back to the Going Zero Waste YouTube channel. I'm Kathryn Kellogg, and today we're going to talk about 8 free ways that you can go zero waste. So before we get started, I want to introduce you to the newest member of our plant family. This guy, aloe vera plant. I haven't named it yet. My last aloe vera plant's name was Hal, and he is enormous. So big. He's in a massive pot that was so big I had to leave him behind at my last house. He's huge. So this is a new one, and it was a gift. Let's outsource names. So if you would like to put what you think this little guy or gal should be named in the comment section down below, we will pick a new name from the comments. I'm very excited. Also, it kind of looks like a Julia. I don't know, what do you think? Julia? We'll go on in the comments. We'll see all of the name suggestions. Let me know what you think. Anyways, 8 free, almost zero waste swaps. The reason why I say these are almost free is because nothing in life is really free. And these are only free if you already have them, and you might not. So these are pretty common things I think that most people have already. So that's why I'm saying they're almost free. But anyways, buy less. Just buy less. We buy a lot of stuff. The average American throws out 4.4 pounds of trash every single day. That's a lot of trash. And the thing is, what we throw away is things that we also had to buy. So simply by buying less, we'll be throwing away less. So that's the number one. It's the number one tip, buy less. Number 2 is get real friendly with your tap water. So instead of going out and buying plastic bottles of water, instead drink your tap water. And if you don't particularly love the taste of your tap water, most places in the United States have clean, drinkable tap water. Tap water is actually more regulated than bottled water. So get to know your tap. And also, you can buy a filter for your tap water if you want to make it taste better. They make charcoal filters, which is a zero waste way of filtering your water, and I will link to one of those down below, which I used to use, but now I just drink it straight from the sink. So I don't actually use anything to filter my water anymore, but Berkey filter is also one of the best water filters on the market. So if you are in need of something pretty heavy duty, the Berkey is what I would recommend. Instead of going shopping for this year's new trends, why not host a clothing swap? So instead, call up some of your best friends, ask them if they have any items they're thinking about donating, ask them to come over, bring all of those items. You guys can make some cookies or cupcakes or popcorn or other zero waste snacks. You can have some wine or champagne or get beer in growlers, keeping it definitely low waste, and you can swap all of your clothes around. You can try on. It's a great night. It's a ton of fun, and it's a great way, instead of spending a bunch of money or going shopping, you can just have a clothing swap. So you can get free clothes and have a great night with your friends. And at the end, you guys can always go to the thrift store and then donate your clothes. So that way you don't have to worry about holding on to all those clothes or keeping them in the trunk of your car for several months, because I know that anytime I need to donate something, that's typically what happens. It just rides around with me. The next tip, jars on jars on jars. All the jars. I have a video about ways to remove labels from your jars, which you can check out. I don't know if I have made it yet, or if I've uploaded it yet. So depending on when you're watching this, I will link this down below with easy ways to remove labels from your jars, because so many of the products that we can buy at the grocery store, we can actually buy in a jar. So you don't have to go out and buy mason jars. You can just reuse the mason jars that you already have from products that you already would be buying. Number 5, trade more and buy less. I think you would be shocked as to what is available around you and in your area. So I did a video all about 5 ways for you to join the sharing economy, where I talked about Buns, which is a trading app. I'm gonna link to some of that down below. It's amazing. Basically, you can take things that you don't necessarily want anymore and then swap and trade with your neighbors. It's like a streamlined version of a buy nothing group. So I highly recommend jump on that app. If you're looking for more information, I will leave it below. Ditch the aluminum foil and the plastic wrap. Most of these items aren't necessary. Most of the time you don't even need these items. We just use them and they're not needed. So instead of lining your pan with aluminum foil, you can just use the pan and then wash it. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but For cupcakes, I just make them in the tin. I don't line them. I just bake them in the pan, and then I just wash the pan and use the pan. And it works. I didn't think it was possible. I thought you had to make cupcakes with cupcake liners. It's all a lie. Okay, not everything's a lie, but you don't have to do that. Plastic wrap, like, the only reason I was really using plastic wrap was to let bread or pizza dough or something rise. But you don't have to do that. You can just use a towel. You can just use things you already have, so you don't have to go out and buy these products. And so that's something you don't have to buy. Paper products is another one. So instead of buying paper products, I just use reusable products. Now, see, this is where it gets tricky because you might not have dish towels. I already had dish towels, so I just use the dish towels I have instead of using paper towels or paper products. And also instead of using so much toilet paper, we still use toilet paper, just not nearly as much because we use a bidet attachment. So you might, and I know that's not common, so that would be something that you would have to buy to reduce your paper usage. But I feel like most people have kitchen tea towels. So if you have tea towels, try and swap those out for using paper towels. And then lastly, make your food at home. So instead of, obviously you have to go out and buy groceries, but you'd probably be buying food anyways. So instead, use that money to make your coffee, make your tea at home, use something like a French press or a pour over method. Make your food at home instead of getting takeout, and doing these things will reduce so much of the waste that you have. And of course, by opting to make your food at home rather than buying it out, you're reducing the amount of waste that you have, but it also is a lot cheaper. So those are my 8 free zero waste swaps. And I just thought of another one, so I'm gonna give you a bonus, which is maybe this isn't free, I'm not sure, but use the correct amount of product, especially in beauty products. Instead of using like a giant glob of shampoo, you really only need about, I believe it's like a quarter size or like $half size of shampoo. You don't need that much. So make sure that you're using the appropriate amount of your product, and then you'll definitely stretch your products for much longer. And of course, you'll inevitably be reducing your waste. So those are my 8, plus a bonus, free zero waste swaps. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Press that big red subscribe button to be notified when new videos are coming out, and I will see you next week, Wednesday. Videos come out on Wednesday with a new video. All right, bye.